Hi everyone, welcome to your Preface Portal introduction. I'm going to sign in on your behalf and show you around. Of course, you will have a more personalized login. And this is our dashboard. Here I'm going to select my student. If you have multiple students, then of course you'll select whichever one you're working on today. And my student is helpfully named Preface Student. Let's dub her Jordan for today. Jordan is in grade 4. There's some other helpful information about her here on the left-hand side. And let's say that I've just finished a session with Jordan. We just read a great book together, laughed, talked, had a great time, maybe practiced some comprehension questions, and I've just signed off. But I haven't finished my session until I come over to this blue Create New button in the top right corner of my Preface Portal, and I log the session. So that's what I'm going to do with you now. I'm going to choose today's date, which is helpfully pre-selected for me, and choose which book we read. We read The Trouble with Time Travel. Great book, highly recommended. The reading level here auto-populates because this book was in the drop-down menu and the system remembers that reading level. That is, the guided reading level is what we're using here. So that's an objective metric that's decided by others who are smarter than we are and have figured that out for us. But we are going to do the hard work here of taking a look at our students' difficulty level, how they found the in level on the guided reading scale, how they found that book as we read it together today. So we're going to look and choose one of these numbers on a scale from 1 to 5, and we have this scale down here, this guide down here to help us with that. So as I said, Jordan is in 4th grade. I'm going to look at this side of the scale, and we're going to look at fiction. Our book was about time travel. It was fiction. And this is 1. This, by the way, goes from easy peasy to very difficult, 1 to 5. And Jordan, well, she didn't quite identify all of these things independently. So I won't rank her on today's lesson as a 1, but she was able to identify some of these things here on her own without my help. So that puts her between these two, that is, at a 2. So she had a pretty good time with today's reading comprehension difficulty, and that's helpful for both me and Jordan's teacher as we think about what to choose for her reading next. So I'm going to keep going, scroll down, and leave any notes I might have about today's session. Maybe if this was a more difficult book for her, I might write some notes about what was difficult, what she had trouble with. But today, I'll say she loved this book. Next time, I'll try to find another about time travel. And I'll click Save. So that's now a helpful session recording that I can look back at the next time that I am looking forward to a session with Jordan. I can look back at my previous recording by clicking on this button here, take a look at what we read so that we don't read the same book, or maybe we read the same book because she just loved it so much, what level it was, how she found that, and any notes I left myself. But let's say, maybe some of you have thought of this question already, what if the book that we read was not in that short drop-down menu that we just saw? Well, I would say good question, and I would point you to, once I logged today's date again, this blue button next to the drop-down menu. So if you find that your drop-down menu doesn't include the book that you just read on Epic today, I'll point you to this blue Add New Book button, and you will fill in the book's information. The nice thing is that this beautiful portal saves all of our information, so the next time someone in Epic reads that book, someone in Preface reads that book on Epic, they will not have to enter in this information again. So let's say that instead of the book about time travel, we read Spork. We read Spork today, and Jordan enjoyed it. I'm going to enter in Spork's information. Book author is here and here. And we need to find the reading level, which is always down here, just about always down here in the left-hand corner. This will populate according to something that you choose here. Once you've searched for a book, you can choose to filter by reading level. You'll notice that mine is set to GRL, or guided reading level. If you scroll down and click on other reading level systems, you'll see that there are multiple options here. Just go ahead and click on, for ease of use, GRL, and that will give you this range. Other reading levels use numbers, letters, etc. We're going to use guided reading level here. So I know that Jordan's reading level is about in this range. That's what I used to find Spork. Let me see if I can find it again so we can get all the information we need. So that's how I know what this reading level means here. I'm going to go back and log that in addition to the language that the book is in. So now our Preface Portal will save this information about Spork and future EPIC Preface ambassadors will be able to choose Spork from our drop-down menu. As I said, the reading level auto-populates, and we choose the reading comprehension difficulty level for that session. New every time. Let's say today Jordan had a bit more trouble with the book. That's okay. We'll make a note, and that is helpful data, all of it. So as you see, each of these sessions is saved every time, and this is helpful, by the way, not just for us as we are going back and looking at what we've done in the past as we prepare for our next session with our students, but it's also super helpful to teachers. They can log into this very portal under their own login information, see all of their students who are working with Preface ambassadors, and view your notes, your scale selections, and what books you've been reading, what level those books are. They can have all of that data for their students and use that to help support their students, which is always a good thing. So thank you for sitting through this tutorial. Let us know if you have any questions. Happy reading!